the Third World War will be a war with or about AI.
Place has advanced AI technology and the other powers want it, or they're worried about. So for World War III would be if one country has, or one place has advanced AI technology and the other powers want it, or they're worried about some country gaining advanced AI that would give them a strong advantage in war, then they may be tempted to attack before the country that is developing the strong AI has that for use in weapons technology.
If we could upload our brains into a computer, would we live forever? Some scientists believe that by converting our minds into digital form, we could achieve immortality. But is this truly possible? Today, we explore the scientific breakthroughs, ethical dilemmas, and the ultimate question of what it means to be human in a world where digital immortality is no longer just science fiction. Let's begin. Death has been accepted as an inevitable reality throughout human history. However, as science and technology progressed, new ideas emerged that this reality could change. Can we exist without our body by transferring all the information, memories, and personality in our brain to a digital environment? Could uploading our consciousness to a computer open the door to immortality? This idea may seem like a familiar theme from science fiction novels and movies. However, today scientists are investigating ways to create an exact digital copy of our brain by scanning it. When technologies such as artificial intelligence, neuroscience, and quantum computers come together, it may be possible to transfer the human mind into a digital format. But is this really immortality or just a copying process? In this video, we will explore how the process of digitizing our brains can work, where scientific research is at, and what such a future could mean for humanity. The human brain is an extremely complex structure consisting of 86 billion neurons. Our consciousness emerges through a huge communication network created by electrical signals between neurons.
Right now, you have a movie playing inside your head. It's an amazing multi-track movie. It has 3D vision and surround sound for what you're seeing and hearing right now. But that's just the start of it. Your movie has smell and taste and touch. It has a sense of your body, pain, hunger, orgasms. It has emotions, anger, and happiness. It has memories, like scenes from your childhood, playing before you. And it has this constant voiceover narrative in your stream of conscious thinking. At the heart of this movie is you, experiencing all this directly. This movie is your stream of consciousness, the subjective experience of the mind and the world.
Scientists think that if we can digitally simulate this process, it may be possible to create a conscious being. One of the biggest research areas on this subject is the technology called whole brain emulation. This method aims to create a digital model of the brain by scanning every detail. Now, scientists have successfully mapped the brains of small organisms. For example, in 2014, a group of researchers transferred the brain of a simple worm called Caenorhabditis elegans into a digital system. And interestingly, this virtual brain began to behave like a real nervous system. But the human brain is billions of times more complex than a worm's. To be able to record and simulate all neurons and connections, we need processors that are much more powerful than current computer systems. This process can be accelerated with the introduction of quantum computers. Some startups, such as Elon Musk's Neuralink company, are trying to connect the human brain to computer systems. However, we do not yet have the necessary technology to achieve a full consciousness transfer.
Last month, there was a scientific breakthrough that made headlines in the scientific world. Even the CIA took note of this. The most advanced quantum computer, now computing on 7 atoms, proved that 3 times 5 is 15. Now, you may say to yourself, well, any kid knows that. 3 times 5 is 15. But physicists were able to compute on 7 atoms.
Wow.
Now, think about this. Once we can begin to compute on a few million atoms, we'll be able to break any code that the CIA can manufacture. The CIA is being very cautious about this new technology because it means that we will be able to break perhaps any code with a quantum computer. Again, within perhaps 20 to 30 years. Don't hold your breath.
When we get to the 2030s, nanobots will connect our brains to the cloud, just the way your phone does. It'll expand intelligence 1 million-fold by 2045. That is the singularity. We will be funnier, sexier, smarter, more creative, free from biological limitations. We'll be able to choose our appearance. We'll be able to do things we can't do today, like visualize objects in 11 dimensions. We can speak all languages. We'll be able to expand consciousness in ways we can barely imagine. We will experience richer culture with our extra years.
One of the biggest debates about transferring the brain to a digital environment is whether it will actually create a conscious being. If we create an exact digital copy of all our neurons, will the resulting digital entity be us or just a simulation carrying our memories? This question creates a huge philosophical and scientific debate. Some scientists argue that consciousness arises not only from physical brain structure, but also from biological processes and subconscious interactions. If our consciousness turns into just a digital algorithm, will the emotions and perceptions we feel be real, or would we just be a simulation of data? The answer to this question is unclear. However, one of the most important developments that can shed more light on this issue is consciousness models created with artificial intelligence. Today, AI models are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Large language models such as GPT-4 have begun to understand and reproduce human language. But are these systems truly conscious, or do they just transfer the information they learn from large data sets? It is claimed that in the future, AI may be able to create human-like consciousness at some point. But whether this is the same as human consciousness is still debatable. When brain emulation technology is combined with artificial intelligence, it may be possible to enable the human mind to function independently in a digital environment. However, at present, since we do not fully understand the nature of consciousness, we do not have precise information about how possible it is to create it artificially. If this technology proves successful in the future, it could be a major turning point for humanity. However, it can also bring about major ethical and social problems.
And the big question is, what will it be like to experience reality through a prism produced by a non-human intelligence, by an alien intelligence? Now, at first, in the first few years, AI will probably largely imitate the prototypes, the human prototypes that fed it in its infancy. But with each passing year, AI culture will boldly go where no human has gone before. So for thousands of years, we humans basically lived inside the dreams and fantasies of other humans. We have worshipped gods, we pursued ideals of beauty, we dedicated our lives to causes that originated in the imagination of some human poet or prophet or politician. Soon, we might find ourselves living inside the dreams and fantasies of an alien intelligence. And the danger that this poses, or the potential danger, it also has positive potential, but the dangers this poses are fundamental, very, very different from everything or most of the things imagined in science fiction movies and books. Previously, people have mostly feared the physical threat that intelligent machines pose. So the Terminator depicted robots running in the streets and shooting people. The Matrix assumed that to gain total control of human society, AI would first need to get physical control of our brains and directly connect our brains to the computer network. But this is wrong. Simply by gaining mastery of human language, AI has all it needs in order to cocoon us in a matrix-like world of illusions. Contrary to what some conspiracy theories assume, you don't really need to implant chips in people's brains in order to control them or to manipulate them. For thousands of years, prophets and poets and politicians have used language and storytelling in order to manipulate and to control people and to reshape society. Now AI is likely to be able to do it. And once it can do that, it doesn't need to send killer robots to shoot us. It can get humans to pull the trigger.
Although the idea of immortality is attractive, having access to this technology only for an elite and wealthy group can create great inequality. If some people can live forever by transferring their consciousness digitally, how will social balance be achieved? Moreover, if humanity truly turns into digital beings at some point, how will this change who we are? If we continue to exist as a digital consciousness, does that still mean being human? Today, the answers to these questions are unclear. However, as science and technology continue to develop, we may encounter new discoveries regarding consciousness transfer. The big question at this point is, when such a technology is developed in the future, will it be the beginning of immortality or a new way of existence for humanity? Immortality is one of humanity's biggest dreams, but maybe the important thing is not to live forever, but to do truly meaningful things while we live. If this technology were possible one day, which side would you be on? Would you like to upload your consciousness digitally and live forever? Or would you live as an organic human and accept death as a natural end? Don't forget to subscribe for more videos on this topic. In the next section, we will talk about the possibility of artificial intelligence being able to imitate consciousness.